Thank you to the Altman Foundation and the Horace W. Goldsmith Foundation for helping make the PROJcast possible.
Perfect. Welcome to our show. Join our flow. It's the 52nd Street PROJcast.
From the heart of Hell's Kitchen, this is the PROJcast, a podcast created by the community at the 52nd Street Project. We are a nonprofit in New York City that partners young people in the Hell's Kitchen neighborhood with professional theater artists. I'm Garrett Kim, program director at the project, and this episode is all about video games. We have an interview from our Radiomaking program this winter, and an original song performed by a project member at our Songmaking concert last fall. Radiomaking introduces older project members to the art of telling stories through audio. The radio-making pieces you'll hear on this podcast were conceived, created, recorded, sound designed, and even performed by project members, with support, as always, from adult volunteers. This winter, project member Ethan wanted to interview a video game actor to talk with them about their process bringing video game characters to life. Luckily, his radio-making partner and volunteer extraordinaire, Joanna Parson, had the hookup. So Ethan sat down to interview Roger Clark, a voice actor who plays the character of Arthur Morgan in the game Red Dead Redemption 2. Take a listen.
My name is Ethan Zenteno, and I had the pleasure of interviewing Roger Clark from Red Dead Redemption 2. He plays Arthur Morgan, and we had a chance to talk about his motion captures, his experience with the game, recording his voice lines, and also his experience with theater and the 52nd Street Project. Rockstar is the company that made Red Dead Redemption 2. They also made the original game, which released in 2010. It's a game set in an old Western style type of setting. This time around, Arthur Morgan is the main character, whereas in the previous game, it was John Marston.
Hello.
Hey, it's Ethan from the 52nd Street Project.
How are you, Ethan? How's it going?
I'm good, how are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. Thank you very much for your interest in my work. I'm very happy to talk to you.
Thank you for giving us your time to let us interview you. So the 52nd Street Project is it's an acting program, so since you live near here, have you volunteered here, or what do you know about the program?
I've stuck my head in there a few times, and I've spoken with some of the wonderful organizers there.
Do you think you would, you as a parent, do you think this is a good program? Would you let your kids do this since you're an actor?
Absolutely. Oh yeah, absolutely. Theater is is vital for growing. It's a vital way to gain confidence, to gain social skills. It's a great way to interact and empathize. Constantly, especially in this country, we're seeing schools prioritize academia in not the best way, I find, and the arts usually are the ones that are taking the hit. And, the data clearly shows that kids that have the opportunity to do theater, to do music, to do anything artistic, it's always benefited them later on in life when they've gone on to start and begin their own professions, So yeah, absolutely.
So when you were a kid, did you do any theater or any type of programs like this that you think?
Oh, nothing but. I was doing theater the whole time. Yeah, absolutely. From about the age of 5 or 6, I never stopped.
How much do you think all that experience has helped you now in life and getting big jobs like this, or helping you to socialize?
It was invaluable, yeah. I wish my parents were still alive so I could tell them how much playing video games actually went on to help my professional career, because they never would believe it.
Congratulations on winning the Game Award for Best Performance.
And the Game Award goes to...
Roger Clark as Arthur Morgan, Red Dead Redemption 2.
Thank you very much.
How did you feel when you won? Because you beat out games the actors for the games of Spider-Man, Detroit Become Human, and God of War.
solid year for video games, 2018, and I had played some of them as well. I played Spider-Man, and I loved God of War, and I did definitely catch the performances of all the other fellow nominees on YouTube and Twitch and whatnot, and I thought, it was some real solid performances there. So to be chosen amongst them, it was an even bigger honor. I wasn't expecting it, to be sure. I remember when I was sat there, some usher kept coming up to me and my wife to check that I hadn't gone to the bathroom, and I was thinking, I wonder why they keep doing that. I thought, they probably just want to make sure that the cameras, that they make sure that they're not filming an empty seat when they announce the nominees. But then once they called out my name, I was like, wow. I didn't consider my performance like beating theirs. I guess it was just more of a recognition than anything else. And it was just very, very humbling to be held in the same light as those guys. I met Yuri Lowenthal for the first time there. He's such a gracious, wonderful guy. His performance is amazing. Same goes with Brian Deckard. I didn't get the chance to meet Melissanti Mahut, but again, what she did in Assassin's Creed was really, really amazing too.
Well, how was it watching your game come to life, all the motion captures over the years that you did, all your voice recordings? How was it seeing it all come together for the final product of Red Redemption 2?
Well, first of all, Ethan, thank you so much for knowing that it was motion capture,
A lot of people think that video game actors only use their voices, but in reality, they use motion capture. Motion capture can capture the actor's whole body movements and their facial expressions.
A lot of people these days even now, still think and call it voice acting, which is an understandable mistake, because up until maybe 5-10 years ago, that was the main prevalent way that performances for video games were recorded. But no, you're absolutely right. We did performance capture. I worked 5 years on that project, and to answer your question, I didn't really get to see what we had done in the full grand aspect of things until the game had come out. And not only was it was kind of crazy to see our work, but it was also amazing to see the way our work integrated with the work of all the thousands of other employees at Rockstar, all the numerous other departments, how everything just kind of gelled and formed to be this one big game that is the sandbox of Red Dead Redemption 2 as we know now. So yeah, it was really weird. And obviously, Arthur, there's some resemblances between me and him, and everything you see Arthur do was me, apart from major stunts. It's still enough of a difference where it kind of, as an actor, you get a bit of objectivity when you're viewing your work, because a lot of actors will tell you they don't like to see their work, They'll either, it's very difficult to look at it with sterile eyes, as it were. But the fact that Arthur is a little bit different from me, it gave me this objectivity that I wasn't expecting, and I was able to kind of look at it from a different point of view.
So, you saw from a different point of view than as I would see it.
Yeah, what I mean is, when I see Arthur, I don't automatically see myself. There is enough of a difference between him and me that when I view my work, there is enough of a divide, a boundary, if you will, between myself and Arthur, that I could look at it and regard it a little more objectively than if it were me listening to an audiobook that I've done or watching myself on film,
Yeah, because of all the... Well, they had to make the character a little different to fit into that kind of world, and it's gonna be different than seeing yourself on a screen because, all the game designers and stuff, they have to make it look different from the actor to help the world building and all of that.
Yeah. I mean, the animators did an amazing job. So they built that world from the ground up. Obviously some of it was based on the previous game, Red Dead, but most of it was a brand new map, as you know. And yeah, the animators did an absolutely amazing job. They built that world from scratch. So when you look at it on a purely design aspect like that, it's kind of overwhelming. Yeah, they're very, very talented.
Yeah, Rockstar has made like so many like amazing games. They made the Red Dead series, the Grand Theft Auto series. How was it working with like such like a big company, grand job with like such an amazing like gaming company?
Well, yeah, I've been a fan of Rockstar games since the first Grand Theft Auto, which was it was two-dimensional. You were looking down from a bird's eye view, and you would be driving around. And I remember that out on the PC back when I was in college, and I've been a big fan of them ever since. And yeah, they are certainly a big organization, as you point out correctly. It was great. The resources that they have were unlike anything that I've ever worked with before. The talent and the intelligence of the staff was a privilege to be able to work with. These guys that I had spent years with. We eventually built up a really solid bond of trust, and towards the end of the project, we were able to read each other's minds. I think that really shows in the work.
So after working on like such like a game like this with Rockstar, like do you think in the future like you're gonna work on like more games or like?
Yeah, the experience that I was lucky enough to accrue on Red Dead, I think, it's definitely not something I just want to put on the shelf right now. I love performance capture. I think it's a fascinating medium, the time that I worked on Red Dead, I was able to see the technology develop in front of my very eyes, and the added freedoms that it would give an artist acting in a mocap environment. I just love it. I love doing it, and I would love to carry on doing it with other projects in the future. Yeah, absolutely.
Do you think like after like you worked on such like a big game like this, how do you think like towards the end of the game, like of development and stuff, do you think like you changed like as like an actor? Like do you think like you were like more like you understood more things, or I don't know how to like really explain that?
Oh no, I think I understand what you're saying. I think any job definitely changes an actor, or any artist for that matter. It can't help but improve you, or at least if you're open enough to listen and learn, it can't help but improve your craft. And I think with context to Rockstar Games, yeah, absolutely, it definitely changed the way I work as an actor. And I'll tell you what, I've worked with so many other actors. I think it was probably like 1,000 different people on this project, actors speaking of, and it really changed the way that I learned how to interact with people and how to act with fellow artists, especially ones that I had the luxury of building up a relationship with for years, and then what was most of the time then, meeting someone for one day and knocking out one or two scenes as best we could. It really opened my eyes as to the way to make people feel welcome and comfortable. When an actor is comfortable, you'll more than likely get a better scene out of them. And once you learn that, it can't help but improve your own work as well, I think. Well, it was a pleasure, guys. See you soon, and it was very nice to meet you, Ethan.
You too. Thank you.
That was Ethan interviewing Roger Clark. Thank you to Joanna Parson for working with Ethan throughout the Radiomaking program, and to Clayton Grimm for composing original music for Ethan's radio pieces. And now we have a song written by project member Christian in our Songmaking program, a collaboration with NYU Tisch School of the Arts MFA Music Theater Writing program. Christian's song, The Truth About Messirez, is about an expert video gamer who also happens to be a husky, which he wrote in our songmaking program with composer David Andres Trujillo Tapias. Most of the songmaking songs are performed by adult volunteer singers, but this time around, Christian wanted to perform his own song. So without further ado, here's Christian performing The Truth About Messirez live at our songmaking concert.
Hey, what up, YouTubers? It's your boy, Messirez, the dog, husky. You already know. And today, we're going to be doing solos. I know y'all like it when I do solos, cause I am God, just like Ninja, I am Myth, and Dr. Lupo, and all the rest, cause I am the best. Hey, yo, YouTubers, I want you guys to give this video 50k likes. Let's get right into the gameplay. Let's get it. Hey guys, I just got 7 kills, but you guys know I don't pay my bills. Hey guys, I'm on 5 HP. Now I need to go pee-pee. But you know the other YouTubers, they pay their bills. But you know me, I clean my windowsills. But you guys know what's a good rhyme? Time, Optimus Prime. Yeah, and you guys know, pay anytime, cause I am Optimus Prime. Oh, guys, I just died. Oh, guys, I just died. Oh, guys, I just died. Well, now, goodbye. I can't believe I just lost one of my YouTubers. I got second place. I should smack myself in the face. Wait, is the camera still on? Okay, I'm gonna turn the camera back on and see the truth. Okay, sorry guys for what you saw, but yes, I am a rager. And I'm sorry about that, but let's just get into another game. Let's get it. I know you guys like me rapping, and you know I like making a beat with tapping. Hey guys, wait. Hey guys, I like eating Milky Way, and I like saying Treyway always. You guys know God's like a taller. Why? Did I stutter? You guys just gotta win. Now I am going to sleep in my bin. Now I win, yes I win. Now I win, yes I win. Now I win, yes I win. Yes, now I win. Alright guys, let me sing one more rap. Hey guys, Halloween just passed. Now I'm going back to rapping class. Alright guys, I'm out, but I'm also a junior scout. Wait, did I just rhyme again?
That was Christian performing The Truth About Messirez, composed and performed by David Andres Trujillo Tapias. A shout out to songmaking instructor and music director Avi Amon, as well as our house band for that evening, Clayton Grimm, Kim Jin Young, Jarrett Murray, Sean P. Palatroni, and Richard C. Walter. Before we hit the credits, we wanted to let you know about 2 project performances coming up in June. For one night only, on Friday, June 7th, we have our annual dance-making concert called Step On It. 9 groovy members of the 52nd Street Project have been exploring elements of dance and choreography under the guidance of dance-making director Ellie Brown. With the support from Boogie Woogie adult volunteers, they have been creating their very own movement vocabulary and choreographed their very own original dance pieces, which you'll get to see if you come to the show on Friday, June 7th at 7:30 p.m. Then, on Friday, June 21st and Saturday, June 22nd, our teen ensemble will be performing an original devised piece of theater called Where the Knot Ends. Our teen ensemble has created this show from ideas and issues they've wanted to explore, and we are really, really proud of the work that they've done. You only have 2 chances to catch this first-of-its-kind show at the project before we take our show on the road to California. Again, that's Friday, June 21st at 7:30 p.m. and Saturday, June 22nd at 3 o'clock. And as always, both of these shows are absolutely free. Just head to 52project.org to reserve your tickets. And now for the credits. The project members featured in this episode were Ethan and Christian. The volunteers featured in this episode were Joanna Parson, Clayton Grimm, and David Andres Trujillo Tapias. The PROJcast theme song was created by Justin and his smart partner Eric March and performed by Marinda Anderson, Rebecca, and Nicole. The PROJcast logo was created by Iris Brown. Audio assistance from Jonathan Anderson, Avi Amon, and Brian Freeland. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Just search the 52nd Street Project and look for Fivey and Tui on our logos. The 52nd Street Project is supported by public funds from New York City's Department of Cultural Affairs and the New York State Council on the Arts. The 52nd Street Project is a nonprofit organization, and we're able to do what we do because of generous folks like you. Please go to our website, 52project.org/donate, to check out how you can support us. Every little bit helps. So we hope to see you at Step On It or Where the Knot Ends in June. And we'll see you back here next time for more PROJcast.
See you next month.
Wait, nothing rhymes with month.
On the 52nd Street PROJcast.